Facebook online, YouTube online. Come on, Twitch. Taking a minute for Twitch. Sending the data. Yes! Okay, now we are officially online. Let's move you to the side. Ah ha ha ha. Yes. That's what we want. What did it unplug? Oh no. There we go. Okay. So, hello everybody, or to those who are viewing now. Welcome back to Tarot Talks. If you were here previously, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. So today is the 22nd of January, of course. And so I just want to talk with everybody and explain my feelings about everything. And while I do this, I want to crochet. I want this to be something to where we can all just like sit down and talk about topics that isn't drama related, or we'll have a little bit of tea there here and there, but I don't want it to be drama related. I don't want it to be ridiculous. I want it to be something that we can all talk about, like extraterrestrial way. So what I'm going for right now is chilling. So some extraterrestrial talkings that me and my friends we tend to talk about. If you tuned in last time, which I know my Facebook people, you all haven't seen it yet, mostly because they prefer to stay off the social media, which I 100% respect. But they have interesting topics and they always talk to me about them. And so, I just want to show that part of that. So, and of course, she and they ended up going and doing that. And it ended up being really cool. We talked about aliens. We talked about, this new presidency. We talked about all kinds of different stuff. And even from that witchy stuff. So we all, enjoyed the good old razzle dazzle of witch and Wiccan, and there's all Wicca is actually a very it's not new, but it's becoming more of a thing now. And not that it's just becoming more of a thing. Hello, other person who is now who is on Twitch. Hello to the one person who is watching on Facebook. Welcome to Tarot Talks. I talk about literally anything and everything except for drama. So if you don't like drama, I'm sorry. I mean, we'll have a little tea here and there, but I'm not a part of that life, and it's kind of, it's kind of just, ugh. I don't do drama. But besides that, so the Wicca life is for me, but Wicca is now becoming a thing of the future. Not that it hasn't been. Yes, thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it, and thank you for subscribing and liking. I really appreciate it. So we are going to be talking about all kinds of different stuff. Oh my gosh. Anyways, Wicca. Sorry, I'm trying to look for my pen and talking at the same time. It's not good. Oh, I've been doing embroidery lately, and I've been doing a strawberry. I think it's super cute, and I'm working on. So I got the strawberry embroidered, but I'm working on another one for my friend. and I'm gonna embroider her name, and I'm gonna put it on. So it started with me taking off the embroidery for a cloak, or not a cloak, a freaking it was a Victoria's Secret robe, and it was pure. It was like that crappy silk, that kind of crappy silk that's all like it. You light it on fire and it'll melt like plastic, and it's gross, and it's like why? But whatever. Besides that fact, um, uh, I am embroidering a new. I'm taking on. I took off the Victoria's Secret embroidery and I put on the yarn embroidery. And I'm going to put this embroidery on top of that old embroidery that I messed up. And I ended up messing it up, not intentionally, but I'll show you what the mess up was. It was very ridiculous. So I took it said, very originally it said Victoria's Secret right here, and that's how it looks now. It's very sad. It's very holy, but I will be putting that strawberry on top of it, and it matches with the pink, so it won't contrast too much. And then I'm going to be also putting her name embroidered onto it, and I'm really happy about it. I'm really excited to see her face about it, because, I mean, look at that strawberry. It's super cute! I love it! I'm obsessed with it. Um, I'm super obsessed. I'm super excited for my friend to realize well, she's not just my friend, she's another person's friend. Um she's my sister's friend, and yeah. But anyways, she's a friend that I'm putting an embroidery on. Anyways, back to the Wicca. Um Everybody's getting into Wicca now. And I've noticed that. And I mean, it hasn't been like just now. Wicca's been around for many years and actually derived from paganism. That honestly is something truly amazing and something really cool to just think about. Yes, of course, we have our other religions, but more or less, we have more Wicca coming into our lives than we do have religion of Christianity and Catholicism and all that. There's more people believing in Wicca than there are people believing in the Christian way. Um, Not dogging on it or anything, because you like what you like, you don't like what you don't like. It is what it is. But me personally, I wouldn't technically call myself Wicca, but I wouldn't technically call myself a Christian. I'm not really Christian or Wicca. I'm kind of on the both sides. I'm kind of mm, I like to believe that I guess I like to believe that there's some kind of energy in the air. Um, that energy being, whether it be like someone from a deity or from another standpoint. Where did that pin go? I don't even know. I might have to just get another one. Oh well. Hope I don't stab myself. Okay. um. Yeah, I don't know where that pen went. Pen. Eh. I'll just have to do it myself. Sorry, I am messaging my brother, who may or may not be coming onto this beautiful thing I've created. Tarot Talks. Oh, also, if you are wanting a tarot reading, if you've been needing a tarot reading, you came to the right place. Um, so we got this tarot. I have Oracle. I have Nightmare Before Christmas tarot. If you want your, I guess, fortune read, you can totally go to me. I don't want to gloat or anything, but I am actually pretty freaking good at what I do. And again, if you want to have that then go ahead. 2:45. What time did I leave? Okay, there we go. Okay, so, um, yeah, I am super into tarot. I love being around that kind of majesticism. Majesticism. Ooh, that's a good word. Majesticism. Uh, but where is. Okay, I'm just looking for a pin that's probably non existent, even though I literally just had it. Well, I didn't just have it. I have a pin up here, but it's not the right gauge. So I'm gonna end up. Ah, I was also looking for that. 1 second. Okay, let's see here. There's my pen. It was in my pink yarn. But of course. Okay, there we go. Got my pin. As I said, I was looking for that. So I can start actually talking about things. So, I don't know, we can talk about like I just want to know a topic. What topics? So I see two of you guys watching. Do you guys have any? Okay, I need a topic. And this Twitch person who's been watching, which I see you, thank you. Um, I need some topics to talk about. I think about topics, and then they go to me, and then they leave, and then I just start talking about random stuff, and I'm like, not making sense. In which I need to learn to do that. Uh, but I mean, I'll go on a whim here, and if you have any um, ideas or ideas for topics, go ahead and just say it or don't. That's okay too. Okay, let's see here. Embroidery is so easy. It's so easy, but it's so intricate. Like it takes forever. Like that well, it doesn't take forever. That strawberry actually took a little, not way less than what I expected it to be. So, it's pretty good. Ooh, is that all the yarn I'm gonna get? Come on. Thank you. I have so I've been embroidering for a long time. I've been embroidering since I think 4th grade when I got introduced to it. And I was doing cross stitching at 4th grade. In 4th grade I was doing embroideries, and it just comes to me. So I will just do that for now. But this world, this as I said, my topics are ridiculous. This world is a crazy, crazy, crazy world. We have so many different things going on at one time, all the time, every day. Um, this world is huge. Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on, but nobody knows what's going on in this world. Like, like what's gonna happen next week? I mean, the FBI just released, or not FBI, sorry, CIA released alien stuff, stating that aliens are real. How? the whole time they're like, oh, it's fake. And then they show documents of these aliens being real. They're like, oh yeah, UFOs are real. Joke's on you. What? Okay. I guess that's the thing. What's next? An alien invasion? Don't quote me on that. That again, this world is a crazy place and a lot of things happen all at once and it's so crazy that like nobody knows what's going on. And I mean, maybe Joe Biden will show some light, maybe not. You never know. Crazy things happen all the time. As I mean, if you couldn't tell, COVID-19 happened and that was whew. Oop, I forgot this is also on YouTube. Oh well. It's not like I'm a big enough channel for them to be like, you're canceled. Watch me be canceled this first freaking YouTube thing. It's not my first one. I made several different ones, several different how do I explain it? Um uh, it's just so ridiculous, so crazy, so different, so mm, I just don't know. Now I'm gonna try and see if this works on YouTube. YouTube. So someone said hi on YouTube, but it says that error status. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna try again. What did I just drop? Oh, it was just a water bottle. That's okay. Yeah, we all have that issue with keeping water bottles in our in our little like inner space because we have our own spaces. Every human does. If they don't have their own space, I mean, some people crave other intelligences and crave that. Hey, yes, YouTube and Twitch worked. Woohoo. Okay. But it doesn't seem like Facebook works. I don't know. Anyways, it says pretty much what, if you guys can't see it on Facebook, it pretty much says, welcome to Tarot Talks, where the topic can literally be anything. Enjoy. Uh, so yeah, topic's literally going to be anything. It can be off the wall. It can be crazy. It can be about aliens. It can be about Wicca. It can be about literally anything. And except for drama, because I don't like that. I just don't like drama. I don't know what it is. I've never been that person that's like, I need the tea. Oh, okay. Um, but yeah, I'm not never that person that's gonna be like, I need the tea, I need this, I need that. No. But yeah, humans all need their own kind of space. It's actually been proven that they need their own space. Otherwise, you'll go insane if you don't have your own space, you don't have your own time. And of course, you have mothers who never have that time, but that's mostly because, they're working on their children. They gotta, have their lives, but they also have their alone time by the time their kids go into school, and um, but it actually makes them crazier in the end, because you don't the whole time you've been working on children, you realize you don't have time for yourself, and then when you realize that you don't have any, then when you realize that you have time for yourself, then you're like, okay, what do I do now? Because I've been like taking care of children my whole life. What do I do now? Humans are weird. I'm a weird human. I think we're all weird humans. I mean, we literally are made up of flesh and have circulatory system, whatever, reproductive system, skeletal systems, endo system, whatever. But either way, we have this. Humans are weird. We're literally, as in Diablo, D3, they say how we're just fleshy, we're just bags of rotten, we are stinky bags of flesh. And, that's personally, I feel that. Because that's what we all are. Stinky bags of flesh. I love that saying so much. Stinky bags of flesh. You gotta look it up. So when you, so in D3, so okay, it all relates back down to D1. Um, if you're not familiar what D is, Diablo. So in the very first Diablo and second Diablo, first and second Diablo, they explain this place called Whimsyshire, um, or the Blue Portal. So there's this portal that you make in D2, and this portal pretty much it takes you into this place. It's called the Mad Cow level, and the Mad Cow level is like it's like a bonus level, but in D3 nobody knows about it. Everybody says that, oh, D3 is not a thing. It never will be a thing, won't be a thing, is not a thing at all. Until you realize you find this place called Whimsyshire. And before you go into Whimsyshire, you are greeted by the gatekeeper, who is a cow. This cow is pretty much the one who, as I was saying, talks about the dirty bag of flesh, whatever it's called. How we're stinky bags of flesh. Which, I mean, he's not wrong. Humans are stinky bags of flesh that thrive on talking to each other, thrive on being in a group. And I'm not going to go into that whole, oh, people are sheeple. I mean, yeah, we have some sheeple in our lives, but, some of us have to thrive on that. Some of us thrive on sheepleness. Some of us thrive on being independent and becoming, and that's where our greatest leaders come from, is being having that independence. Not just the independence, but the ability to work with others. And that's probably one of the best things that you can do, is work with others. And I mean, but there's some people that, have to follow, and they like to be the drone. They like to work. They like to be the person that like they prefer to work for somebody than for them to be the leader of the group, and so on and so forth. Come on. There we go. But in a way, like, we all work together. We all have this connection. And I believe that's the reason why. Okay, I'm just making sure. I believe that's the reason why we all, I don't know, we all have a weird connection. Like, I know with some people, they'll have dreams. And, well, some people, they'll have dreams. Some people, they'll have these dreams. And then the next day, they talk to the person that they dreamt about, and that person's all like, wait, I had that dream too. Now, of course, that sounds crazy, but believe it or not, it's a thing, and it happens it's definitely, it definitely happens more often than not to people. I'm my so I'm gonna go down into my life and to my siblings. I'm not gonna say their actual name, because I mean, if you know me, you know their name. But if you don't know me, then you won't know their name because I'm not going to do that to them unless they are like, "Oh, yeah." So, we'll say Z. So, Z and A Z and A, they are twins. They were born, they're fraternal twins, but they were born, you know, I think not 10 minutes apart. It was like 15 minutes apart, something like that. But when they were younger, they used to have this language. And something that I thought was really interesting. I mean, maybe it's just a twin thing, but as children or as babies, because I'm the eldest out of all my siblings. So I got to see them all grow up and everything. But anyways, besides that, um, they all they have this language when they were younger, and this language was just so weird. It was so different because they would be like babbling to each other like babies would, right? They'd babble to each other, and then all of a sudden they just start busting up laughing. I'm like, at first we're like, okay, whatever. Maybe it's just a twin thing. And which, in the end, it ended up being, I think that's what it is just like a twin thing because when you're born in the same exact womb, but at the same time, maybe they were just closer as humans. And as I'm going to trail back to the topic of us being able to like talk to each other in our dreams and us being able to manifest things that we've always wanted and then it ends up happening just because you were thinking about it, but subconsciously you were manifesting that thing. And subconscious is definitely a weird place to go to as well. The subconscious literally makes up your whole nightmares, it makes up literally everything. And when we dream, that's literally what our dreams are, is our subconscious creating things to make sense. Because we are sleeping, we're in a sleep mode, we constantly thrive on working or thrive on being awake, and that's what we want to be. So that's what dreaming, at least that's what I believe dreaming is. And that's how we can dream of being in a place and then end up being there that next week. And you're like, oh, I'm having deja vu. And that's what deja vu would be. You know, it's interesting, it's different, it's very off scale. And you're probably sitting on the other side being like, oh my God, what is this person talking about? This person's crazy. Or you're like, that kind of makes sense. I get it. Whatever. It is what it is, as I said. I need to poof the poof soon, because we need that poof. I'm not going to say what poof in the boof means. If you know, you know. uh, but, anyways. Yeah, so our dreams are literally our subconscious creating and making sense of what we cannot make sense of. It's like when we stare into the dark. So, as children, you would stare at your closet, or it would be like really dark at night, and you were trying to go to bed. Your parents are trying to get you to bed, and be like, "No, shut up, go to bed." And so you're sitting in your room, and you look at a dirty pile of clothes. But your brain doesn't see the dirty pile of clothes. It tries to make sense of what um, that dirty pile of clothes is. And it could be a monster. You're like, oh, it's a monster. It's something that's staring at me. You turn on the lights, it's just a pile of laundry. But that's because your brain is trying to make sense of it. And your subconscious is creating that thing. And so that's why when we go into dreams, we'll dream of different things. Now, our subconscious is also very interesting because sometimes you'll have dreams, and these dreams will be about a place. And you're like, it's about this place, and in this place, you're like, either you're terrified or you're super excited or something. And then you've never been to that place, so you're like, okay, whatever, it's just a dream. And then, like, 2 weeks after, You walk into that same exact place and you're like, deja vu? Okay, that's a lot of deja vu. That's weird, huh? Sylvia Browne, a psychic who passed away a few years ago, she was a very famous medium, and she had explained that your subconscious and your dreams, and when you have deja vu, it means that you are on the right path to what your path is. And there's not necessarily a right or wrong path because, you have two different paths and both could go either way. It's the same with the tarot and how the tarot goes. You have two different paths. And it's not just two different paths, you have many paths. And whatever path you're taking, it can either end to a fault or end to something great. Either way, it's not necessarily bad, but it's not necessarily good. But yeah, our subconscious is an amazing thing. It is a super crazy thing. Our subconscious makes up things in the dark just to make sense of it. Our subconscious also creates little things, little snippets of our life, and it reviews it. That's why some mediums will go based off your dreams, and they'll be like, okay, well, you had a dream of being in water, and you had a dream of like giant waves. So the water is a representation of your emotions. So obviously, you're having a dream about the tsunami or some kind of giant wave. This would be a wave of emotions, or it could just be your life is now changing. Um, Regularly, if you see owls, so some people, if you've ever seen an owl, you'll notice how they are quiet. They're very silent, and one of my managers at work was also talking about that and how owls are very silent when you see them. But this owl, they represent they represent death. Now, it's like getting the death card. Oh, it represents death. That means you're going to die. No, you're not going to die. It just means that your spiritual being or you yourself is experiencing a death and a rebirth of your newer, better self. Uh, it's again, it's super interesting, super crazy to see kinds of stuff like that. And sometimes it's unbelievable because, you'll have this dream or you'll have this thing that's going on in your life and you're like, okay, that's weird. I don't think that ever happened. And then it happens and then you're like, yeah, what happened? Where did that go? Why did I just have a dream of that? Why did I just do this? There's a reason for everything. And one of those reasons is your subconscious telling you, "Hey, dude, you're you know, you're starting a new journey." We all need to start a new journey in our lives. If you never change, if you never work on yourself, never change, never, you know, if you never get up and do something, you never change. And if you stay in the same exact place over and over again, you're going to be stuck in the same rut. You need to change always. Oh, don't mind the flu if it's being extra floofy today. But our subconscious talks about or it mentions a lot of things. And I'm talking about like it's kind of crazy and I see people on Facebook they're tapping in and they're going back out, tapping in, going back out cuz they're like, "Oh my god, this bitch crazy." No, I'm not. Like maybe okay, maybe I am. I can't say that I'm not because, if I wasn't if I wasn't crazy, I wouldn't probably be talking about this. If I was a decent human being, I wouldn't be like, we need to change. We need to make a better life. I know, but we do. We always need to make our better selves. And to make our better selves, we always need to change. Change our aspect, change the perspective on what you see, not what that other person sees. That other person may be like, maybe seeing something completely different from what you're seeing. And they're like, oh my God, this person's crazy. And then you have your friends, your little clique, who's all like, you're not crazy. You literally are an amazing human being who does this and who can tell us. And the most you can do is just talk about it and see where it goes. See what people can relate to. And, I guess that's just what I'm doing. See if people can relate, and not just seeing if people can relate, but to give a better perspective on the world. Because right now in this pandemic, everybody's going insane. It doesn't matter whether you're political or not. Even if you're not political, everybody's going insane. And that's the insane part about it. Everybody's going insane. They're like, what could happen next? What's going to happen next? What's like who what, where, why, how, all of the above. I just love this. I love embroidering. It's so I feel like an old grandma because I'm only 21 and I'm literally just embroidering at home before I go into work. Feel like a grandma. But anyways, our dreams literally. Okay, I need to stop doing that. Our not our dreams. Our. Hello, who is in my head? Uh. Light bulb, blub blub. I don't know. Ah, yes! It's looking beautiful. Beautimus. Ooh, I need to poof that boof. That's what I need to do. I've been needing to poof that boof for a minute. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. I'm poofing the boof. If I have my lighter. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. Okay, where's my lighter? See, if I didn't, if I could lose the top of my brain, if I could, no, what's that saying? Um, if I could, okay, if I had to screw my head on, I would have lost it like years ago. Never found it, probably lost it in storage or something. I'm just saying, this this is ridiculous. I'm losing everything. I'm losing my mind talking about crazy stuff. But the more I keep talking, the more I better myself. The more I better myself, the more I better myself and the more I keep talking, the more I can actually think about different topics to talk about. And, right now people may not be streaming in, people may not be looking, they may be like, oh, this person's a freaking lunatic. And that you may be right. I may be a lunatic. I may be just talking ridiculousness and there it is. But in the end, it works out. It always works out. I've stressed out too many times because of this kind of stuff. Stressing out over little things is not going to get you anywhere, and that's something that I have to realize and something I've been needing to realize for a long time. a long time. And you just can't stress about things, because if you keep on stressing about it, it's gonna be bad for you. It's gonna be bad for your heart. It's gonna be bad for your head. It's gonna be bad for literally everything. No, don't show my desktop. Excuse you. No. No, thank you. Okay, now I need to poof that boof. And sometimes you just got poof the boof, because it's it's nice. It's nice and it makes me happy. Not just makes me happy, but it brings it gives you a different look at life, because you're like, okay, and also it gives me new ideas to think about. I mean, maybe it's just high ideas, and maybe I should call that's what this thing should be called, is called high ideas. And tarot talks can be just like another thing. I don't know. Again, poof in the boof is good for me. Not for all people, but people with ADD, ADHD, I do recommend poof in the boof. And YouTube probably banned me. I'm probably already canceled. Yeah, I'm probably already canceled, but I don't care. It's okay. I need to change that. Okay. That was stale. That was gross. What even? Why did I even do that? I got nothing better to do, that's why. Actually, I could be doing a lot more. Well, no, I couldn't be. I mean, I'm a human in a pandemic. I really can't. And that's why people are going crazy. That makes sense. Okay. People are like, I can do anything. Oh, wait, we're in a pandemic. I can't do anything. I can't live my dreams. I don't even know if I even have a dream. My dream is to make the world a better place. That's what my dream is. I wanted to make it a happier, better place. And yes, I know there is no such thing as peace on Earth. There is never going to be such thing as peace on Earth, because we all have different variations and different versions of having peace on Earth. You know, like Trump had a whole different idea of what peace was compared to uh, he had a whole different idea. Trump had a whole different idea of what peace was compared to Biden. You, who are watching now, have a whole different idea of who is or who or what is peace, What is peace to you? Some people think peace is a revolution. Some people think peace is, you get to drink, you get to smoke, you get to do whatever you want and be happy. Some people think that. And then, of course, there's some people who think guns would make a place more peaceful. Of course, I'm not saying that guns are a bad thing, because they're not. We all have our reasons onto why we have guns, for extracurricular activities and for activities such as, now, or hunting, food, there's so many different ideas for it. But my point is that we all have a different variation. We have a different version of peace. We don't all have that one we all don't have that version of we all have our different versions of peace. And that's why we will never have peace on earth ever. ever. I mean, maybe at one point when, the government like has this world order and takes over everything. I mean, not everybody's going to allow that because, there's people that are like, I want to be my own person, I want to do my own thing. But, sometimes it just be that way. Sometimes there's no such thing as peace and we need to have war. It's kind of like how Star Wars. So they had, the Jedis and then they had, the Sith and no, and don't quote me on that because I do watch Star Wars, but I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, so I forget a lot and I forget a lot about something I don't really mess with, I guess. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mandalorian, like yes, I like those. But I don't know. Maybe once I watch more of those, I'll figure out if I want to get more into Star Wars. But for now, I'll stick with my Pokemon and destroy all humans. So I'm pretty good with that. Um. Oh no. Oh well. I'm making a complete person out of myself. Oh well. It's be what it be, and as I keep saying, it is what it is because that's truly what it is, though. It is what it is. This life and world is completely like it's so crazy that you're just like, c'est la vie. It is what it is because that's what it is. It just is. Um, Not to go all Dr. Seuss or anything on y'all or on you, cause yeah. Um, I'm gonna go back to my embroidery. Honestly, I'm really liking how it's looking so far. I mean, it doesn't look the best, but it's definitely getting there. Here. I think it's looking pretty good so far, especially for a start. I just love how intricate embroidery can be. It's so different. It's so unique. It's a unique thing to learn. And maybe it's an old grandma thing, but it's definitely a fun one. If you're into that kind of stuff. Okay. I'm trying to be more comfortable on the mic and on media in general because, I have natural fears of like being on camera or whatever and or just being live. I have issues with it, but I'm trying to not just conquer that fear of being on social medias and being on live on social medias. It's more of a I don't know how to explain it. It's it's something that I want to conquer. That's what it is. It's something I want to conquer and something that I am doing. I'm trying to conquer that and to actually talk like a human being on social media or act like a human being because it's different. Being on being live is different. And yeah, even though there's only one person watching, it still counts. It's still a start. Oh, I'm gonna make that. I think that'll look cute. Okay. Here, I'm gonna actually go to the. There you go. Haha. I am now able to see my messages and everything. Oh, I'll just turn that down. There we go. Now I can actually see if people are talking on Facebook. Ooh, I just messed that up. You know what? No, I didn't. I can refix it. Okay. So now I'm working on the. Q. Oh, let's see, where are you? There you are. Interesting. Oh, okay. It was just the. This is. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's looking. I think it's looking pretty good. I think it's actually looking pretty good. I just started getting back. So, like, I've been doing this for a long time, but starting to get back into it again. And it's all working out. Love it when this happens. Okay, let's see. Wait. Oof. I know what I did. I need to get actual fabric scissors. Oh! So, the Dollar Tree is adding a whole bunch of new craft stuff. I've they've um they have a bunch of craft stuff at the Dollar Tree right now. And it's really cool. And it's the place where you can get like where everything's $1. I don't know if there's I from what I've heard, like it's not everywhere, but anyways, the Dollar Tree has a bunch of this craft stuff, and they are definitely they're like it's like preparing for, I guess since the pandemic has happened, there's been a lot more craft stuff that's been purchased, which I mean, I honestly don't blame them. Um, craft stuff that they came out with recently are really cool. They came out with or they have bottles, and they have there you go. There you go. But they have these little craft bottles, and they're super cute, and you could like make spell jars out of them, or super cute spell jars. They're super cute. And they have all kinds of different stuff. They also came out with like these cute little magnets that I got, which were super cute. Um, you can make like little picture, or you could like put pictures on them and then put them on the fridge. And I'm gonna check and see if it helps my one of my pens. And it's a pen, not a pin. Does anybody else have that trouble? Because like I have that trouble a lot. I always say when I say it's a pin, it's like a pen, or if it's a pen, it's a pin. Vice versa. Okay, there we go. Oh, I know what to do. Okay. Oh, this is exactly what I needed. That. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to get my. I got this thing from the Dollar Tree, and I think it's super awesome. Okay, and I'm back. Hold on. Let's see what it looks like they've had. Oof. Oh well. It is what it is. I honestly don't care about looks. If you, like... I really don't care about looks, mostly because, you know, it's just a look. It's just how you look. You know, there's nothing wrong with, like, yeah, there's beauty in everything and everybody. So why would you do that? You know? Why would you base your whole life off of how you look when you could base your life off how you live and how, like, you know, there's been some crazy stuff on the internet. And I've seen mostly people just hating on other people. It doesn't make any sense, you know? And maybe it's just for like shows or for more views. But that's not a way to make views. You know, it's petty and it's messed up. But anyways, I have a piercing and scoring tool set that I got from the Dollar Tree, and so it's like this sharp needle on the end, and yeah. And also, I got these magnets from the Dollar Tree, which I was pretty happy about, and they're pretty cool. They're magnetic buttons. They're really awesome. But this is going to help me with my um, what I'm doing. Yes, that's what I want, please. Both died like those years ago. Said no, sir. There we go. Wow! That looks pretty good. Or it's looking good. I think it's so awesome that this has subtitles on my. Does it have? I wonder if it has subtitle. Oh, I love how I talk. It's the best. But I am not going to hide that. That I don't know. That I have bad verbal skills. Or I do that. I'm not gonna hide that fact. I want to be 100% real. I want to, you know, be open and honest and not gonna be, you know, fake on the internet. I mean, I understand. You know, you have your own, people have their own lives and they have their own because of that's how they make their own lives is doing that. But it's not right. Doesn't make it right. Oh, that looks much better. Okay. Like I don't know there there's been some crazy stuff that's been lately happening like with like, I've been watching YouTube for a minute and watching a bunch of drama go on, a bunch of drama that's unnecessary, you know? Like people are being petty. They're acting like 4-year-olds and they're being like petty to each other, like petty. And I don't know if that's for views and I don't know nobody will really know because it's just behind a camera and you never know what's going on behind a camera. But to see someone break down in tears, how do you not have the soul or the kindness or like how do you not have, acceptance? You guys could be great. Like these people could literally be great people. These people are, you know, these people are amazing people that have so much potential in their lives. You know, they have, you know, I don't want to say names because it's not right. But it's just it's not right. Like they're gonna be oh my gosh, I want to just say their names. I I think I might because we need to be kind to each other and not backstab each other just because just because you feel like it. And maybe that has something to do with mental issues and this mental stuff going on. But there needs to be some kind of kindness. There needs to be some kind of, you don't want to treat each other like complete garbage when you guys have all the potential to create something like a palette. Why do you have to backstab? Why do you have to use people? Why do you have to like do all that crazy nonsense when you already have so many viewers? You have so many viewers, so many likes, so many. How do you not just be nice and not make people completely have complete breakdowns? Like, do people actually enjoy that? Do people enjoy seeing another friend or another person who you said that you were friends with? It doesn't even make it doesn't make sense. And again, it makes me itch my brain because I'm like, how can someone be so mean? Talk so much bad stuff about that person behind their back, not even like, and then you make them feel bad for them wanting to just be them offering to do things. That's how a friend works. And maybe that's a again, as I'm saying, maybe it's a mental issue because we all have some kind of mental issue. Every human does. And if you don't have a mental issue, I mean, there's something a little wrong with that if you don't have any mental issues. We all have some kind of trauma. But, anyways, besides that, adding on to that, it's not right to treat another person like that at all. You know what? I'm gonna say their names just because I'm a small channel and I really don't have a lot. I really don't have a lot of voice, so it wouldn't. If it does blow up, I don't care. I don't, but I know there's a high chance that it won't. And all I want to say is that, like, Trisha Paytas has so much potential. She has so much potential and she's living that. And then the fact that, apparently Ryland and Shane Dawson don't know about anything that happened, yet she has. It doesn't make sense. Trisha, Ryland, Shane, Jeffree, like all these people have so much fucking potential and they don't fucking use it. They're all losing sales because they're all backstabbing each other. That's ridiculous. Like, why would somebody do that? Like, why would somebody threaten Trisha Paytas with beating her up on a live video? Why would you do that? What did she do so bad to you, like, to make you want to hurt a person? That's high school. Not high school, it's preschool, man. Like, you don't just go and fight somebody just because you want to and just because you feel like it. And the thing with Shane is Shane just needs to come out and actually talk. And Ryland can't just talk for him. You know, Ryland is doing amazing with his talk shows and he can do even more with that. Yes, he's talked to Jeffree over podcasts and his new podcast is excelling and it's amazing, you know? His podcast with I forgot her name. But one of Ryland's best friends, you know? It doesn't make sense. And I know this video is probably it's not being watched on anywhere, as like usual, except for that one person just watching, which good on you, man. Um, Good on you. I appreciate it. Um, I just don't know how people can be rude to each other like that. Like I know, and like the whole thing with Jeffree as well. Like Jeffree really just needs to come out clean about like everything. And as much as he doesn't want to, he wants to live his life and he wants to at least I'm not at least I'm just assuming. And it's never good to assume things because things aren't always what they seem. But with all the drama that's going on and people just hushing it, it's kind of not right. It doesn't make sense. And it's kind of bad for business. You guys are supposed to be like empowering each other, not someone who thinks they look better. But I mean, then again, this was like she was talking about something that was like 2 years ago, which I understand that, that's going to be shut down anyways because, 2 years ago, old news, hello. But does it make it right that nobody apologized? No, everybody's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Do you not know what you're do you really not know what she's talking about, or do you just want to just not talk about it? Because you could have called her, and instead of putting it on your podcast, you could have called her and been like, hey, what happened? But to go off and be like, oh, I don't know what happened. Well, obviously something happened, because if it didn't happen, she wouldn't be putting you on blast like that. Putting you and Shane on blast like that. That doesn't make any sense. How is Jeffrey talking all this kind of crap? Yet he's not saying a single thing. So it's either Trisha Paytas is bluffing and trying to get views, or nobody's speaking up because they just don't want to talk about it. Or they're speaking up being like, oh, I don't know what happened. It's kind of sick and gross. Not to get into the drama or anything. Again, we'll talk about, but I don't want to be that. Even if I do become, I want to be the truth channel, because I don't want to talk about, if I talk about drama, I want to talk about the truth and about being open, You want to be open to your viewers, because if you're not open and you just lie to them or just go behind, like, create this random drama thing, I don't know. It's it's not good on views at all. Well, no, it's good on views, but mm, 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 mm. Ooh. Oh, there it is. 'Tis 2:07. You can't make someone look crazy, right? But I want to maybe I'll talk about drama, but you know, talk about it like that. Because we need more people that are going to be telling the truth, especially around these times. Um, there's lies throughout literally everything. Everybody's lives is made up of not everybody's lives are made up of, not everybody's lives are made up of a lie, but not everybody lies, but it's not right. Either someone's lying to their fans or someone's, something's not right with this whole thing. And I really don't think it's a good idea to be like, "Oh, I don't know what happened." Because then it just makes people be like, "What? What?" you know? Who's causing drama? Where? Who needs to like fess up to what's going on? If you like I understand everybody's trying to live their lives. We get it. Sometimes you gotta stop and you gotta be like, you know what? This is what's going on. This is why. Not spons. Oh, non-spons. By the way, I'm just talking about this to talk. That's cute. Okay. TikTok. Okay. Yikes. There you go. Okay. I love it when this happens too. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Okay, let's see here. that one. That string is 2. It's done. So we'll just add some more string. There we go. Back to There you go. There you go. That's how it's looking. You can't really see it right now, but once I get the dark red under it and the green borderline, they'll look pretty good. Sweet. And Z is gonna be coming over, so that's gonna be good. That's gonna be fun. A little bit. I'm poofing the boof, don't leave me alone. Ooh. I need to talk to a person soon. I need... Where's my other stream? Unless that is the string. So that's a scrap. That's definitely a scrap. Scrappy. Okay. There it is. No, that's not supposed to happen. Why did I just do that? Oh my gosh. I messed it up. No, it's stuck. Oh wait. Oh. Okay. Oof. Okay. So I need to go back into these. Okay. That sounded weird. Okay, let's go to here. No. There we go. Yep. Okay. Alrighty, sorry for all the silence. Why did I do that? Okay, anyway, sorry for the silence. I will be back. But, there's gonna be some new talk. We shall see how that goes. Alrighty. Talk.